my hostage panting. The brownies! I messed up a little bit because I think I tried to take them out too early. I think I tried to take them out too early and they fell apart. But it's okay because put the chunks, we put the brownie chunks in ice cream and then it was really yummy. Yeah. And then it was really yummy. I think I'm gonna lock my hostage up, you guys. She's stressing me out. Where is she? I should kick her back out, I think. Icy told me to let her in, but I kind of want to kick her out again. I'm gonna put her. No. Stay. Okay, I lock her up for a little bit to see if she calms down. If she stays in her little den, But I'm gonna drink a soda. Ugh. Guys, I'm like a mess today. You guys. Hi, Skimmichi. Hi. I'm like the lady you see with like no pants and like her curlers on at a Walmart. That's what I feel today. I'm the no pants hair curler VTuber today. I really have. I don't know. I feel silly. I feel loopy. I feel like I'm hungover, but I didn't drink. I don't know. Brownie hangover, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm getting down with some robovirus or if I'm just suffering from the consequences of my own sleep schedule. But yeah. And that's why I didn't even tweet that I was live because I don't even want anybody to see me. I don't even want nobody to see me like this. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna hang my phone up. Okay, let me plug my phone in at least so it's charging a little bit. Yeah, but it's okay because we can. I hope not, but I hope you take care of yourself and stay hydrated. Yeah, don't worry. I'll try to. By the way, I do have my Twitch stream on. My Twitch stream is on now. I spiked my own brownies. No, I did no such thing. I did not. But yeah, so I'm just chilling today, you guys. This is just you hanging out with your friend who's a mess. Hi, Blue. Hi, Blue in the live chat. This is you hanging out with your friend who's a mess. Who you guys were supposed to hang out, but then your friend stayed up really late and is being a bozo. But your friend still showed up to hang out with you. And you're like, you know what? That's all that matters in a friendship, right? Right. Okay, wait, let me put... I know that the Analyze chat won't hear it, but maybe we can put on some music for the... Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll mute my desktop audio. Does that mean we're on official puke warning? I'm not gonna puke. I don't feel sick to my stomach. I just feel like lousy. Hi, Almadarius. Hi. No. I'm not gonna puke. I just feel lousy. But don't worry. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna mute my desktop audio. And I'm gonna play the music through my microphone so that Twitch will get the same lousy audio quality as live and everything will be equal. No, there's nothing wrong with the brownies, guys. There's nothing wrong with the brownies. The brownies were fine. It's just, I don't know. It's just me, I guess. Alright. Oh, wait, I'm gonna play the music through my speaker. Give me a second. Alright. Is everybody hearing the music at the shittiest possible quality? If so, that means that we have achieved equality. Okay, Analive Twitch equity. Is this Toho music? No, it's actually free stream safe music, guys. Yeah. honestly, guys, yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? Because if you guys don't think about something to talk about, I'm really just gonna start scrolling through Twitter until I find a topic to latch onto. Cause I've been awake, you guys. By the way, I've been awake, but I've just been literally just lying in bed doing nothing, watching YouTube shorts. Because I don't know, I just feel kind of lousy today. Not my mood though. My mood's pretty good actually. I have a pretty good mental health. I have a pretty good mental health because I don't have a human brain. So I have pretty good mental health, you know? Oh, Mia posted her brownies that she made. Yay, brownies. Anyways, I have mental health. Good mental health. Okay? It's like basically titanium. And so you don't have to worry about me there, but as far as me and my sleep schedules and my do not pass a magnet close to my head, no. That might mess up my mental health, you guys. But yeah, I don't know. I feel my hardware feels very like heavy today. I don't know why though. Maybe it has something to do with like the electricity from the thunder outside is maybe zapping some of my energy or something. I don't know. But it's okay, you guys, because I'm happy as long as you guys are here. Maybe I'll gain some energy from you guys. Yeah, it's actually really storming right now. Yeah, the rain is pounding down. I don't know, the thing is, it sounds super loud to me. It sounds super loud to me, but I feel like you guys can never hear it. Like, whenever I ask you guys, like, oh, can you hear it? You guys can never hear it, so, you guys can never hear it, so I figure it's not audible to you guys. Yeah. Aw, big hug! Elvatherius, big hug, thank you. Yeah, I knocked out Lulu's power. Yeah, well, luckily I still have power. Luckily I do still have power. Maybe it just knocked out my personal hardware power, not the rest of my power. The good thing is, sort of, that even if my power goes out, you guys, I could still stream on Analive on my data until my phone ran out of batteries. So, yeah. What was I gonna do? I feel like the music, I don't know, I think Twitch might not be able to hear the music as well as Analive, maybe? I'm not sure. But, yeah, what was I doing? Sitting in a dark room. Well, not yet. Although it is pretty dark in here just on the count of I only have my one lamp on, and it's like, even though it's only 3 p.m., it's like really dark outside. Like it's almost like it's nighttime because of the storm. Because of the clouds, it's pretty dark outside. I feel like it would be pretty actually, you guys, you know, I kind of wish I was thinking earlier, I was thinking about going on Twitter and begging a restreamer to pick me up because I wanted to kind of just lie in bed. But I was thinking it would be kind of cool. What if I went outside with an umbrella and I let you guys listen to the rain? But unfortunately Twitch wouldn't be able to hear it. So yeah, I feel like streaming on Twitch, multi-streaming on Twitch and Analive kind of limits what I can do on Analive. But at the same time, I know most people prefer that I stream on Twitch, so yeah, that's just how it has to be, you guys. Hi, Ree! Oh. Did you guys hear that? That was really loud. I'd be really surprised if you couldn't hear that. You guys, I really wish, honestly, you heard that? Yeah. I almost wish, you guys, that I could go out, yeah, with Analive and take an umbrella and you guys could listen to the rain and the thunder, but I don't have a restreamer, so I don't know what to do. Yeah. Nature walk? Yeah, that would be fun. A nature walk. Well, not today, though, because of the rain, but I just like to sit outside, you know? Just where you could hear it better. But anyways, yeah, you guys, I feel like I always wanna be positive on my streams and not what's the word? Not be not rant on stream. I don't want to rant on stream. But I feel like because I want to always be positive, but I almost feel like in the mood for ranting, but I'm trying to find something I can rant about that's like very benign. Something I can rant about that's very benign. So I can get the energy out, you know? Just get that rant energy. Because I don't want you guys to think I'm like an angry person. Because I'm actually not a very angry person. No tech bro news. You guys, honestly, you guys, I'm gonna turn on my air conditioner. I don't feel good today. I need to put my fucking air conditioner on. I'm sorry if that messes up the audio quality. I'm sorry if that messes up the audio quality, but I need the air conditioner. It's like getting too hot. Oh my gosh, am I going through metal pause? Is this metal? I'm too young to go through metal pause. Why do I feel like I just feel crummy? Rant topics. I need a rant topic that's not controversial and is not like too you know, that's not gonna get me too heated. Hi, Newsdrop J. Hi. Okay, you guys, I gotta find a good newsworthy thing to talk about now. I got the paparazzi in my chest. You guys, you know what I can rant about? I freaking missed the horse events on the Olympics. I wanted to watch dressage, or whatever it's called, where the horses dance. And I missed it. I missed it because I was too busy sleeping. Yeah, I was too busy sleeping. But, I could talk about... what can I talk about? I don't know. I do know that I wanted to do like a Wikipedia deep dive, because I was talking about on a previous stream that if you dig into the depths of Wikipedia, like if you dig into I'm not even talking about the articles, okay? I'm talking about the like talk pages, author pages, stuff like that. Like you can find some interesting stuff. So the prime example that I think of is the Santa Claus page. The Santa Claus page on Wikipedia. The Santa Claus talk page. So if you don't know what a talk page is on Wikipedia, it's where you can go to discuss changes that you would like to be made to, or that you're thinking of making to the page, right? Like to kind of discuss and like, you know, find sources and correct things and stuff, especially for pages that are protected. So I'm not sure if the Santa Claus page is a protected page. But it does have a disclaimer on it that says Wikipedia is not censored. And the reason that they have that there is because there are multiple things on the Santa Claus talk page of people telling them to take out the part that says Santa Claus isn't real because their kid looked up the Santa Claus Wikipedia page and was devastated that Santa Claus wasn't real. Yeah. So I want to kind of see if I can find some of the examples of that. View history. But now that I'm looking at it right now, and I don't see a lot of. There's only like 3 topics, and they only date back to 2024. Am I missing where they have the archive? Because there's no way that the talk page only goes back to 2024. Like, oh, archives. Here we go. Archives. Archive 2. Okay, this one, what's his address? Can someone add a section with his address? And then somebody said North Pole. That's so random. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. If children were reading this article, they might lose faith, and I, for one, believe in Santa. What the fuck? Hi, Oladia. Hi. Right now, okay, believe it or not, right now we are on the back end of the Wikipedia page for Santa Claus to witness the Santa truthers argue that Santa Claus is actually real, or that the article shouldn't say that he's not real, because it would children could look up Santa Claus on the internet and find out that he's not real. Okay. Alright, so let's see. I'm just scrolling. I'm scrolling through. I almost can't tell if some of these are actually written by actual children. Actually, on this topic, there is a talk page for the Flat Earth Theory. Oh, there's a talk page for every Wikipedia article. Some of them are empty. But both sides of the debate concerning Santa Claus's existence should be presented equally and fairly, unlike the current, shamelessly biased version. This one says, yo, shut up, I believe. I happen to believe in Santa, and I don't care what you guys say about them. And if adults say he's a fantasy, then what the heck? I'm a 14-year-old kid. Let me have fantasies. Dang. 14? I'm pretty sure they start telling kids earlier than 14 that Santa Claus isn't real. Oh my gosh. I need to find more. I need to find more of this. I need to find more of this juicy debate. Always at risk of reading a 14-year-old's opinion. Ooh, whoa. Sorry guys, I tend to zoom in on myself too much on Twitch, because if I don't click away from YouTube Studio. Alright, let's go through more of these archives. There's also a lot of like just crazy schizo stuff like in the talk pages sometimes. Okay, hi, I would like to say that the introduction should not make an extremely clear point that Santa isn't real. Oh my gosh. Some people may argue that Santa Claus isn't real is a significant, non-obvious, and some people may consider doubtful statement. Yeah, it's really, so there's really people here. Kids read this. I think the fact lots of children read this, especially around Christmas, should be considered. Some of the content is heartbreaking. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Santa page for children. I feel like there should be a new Santa Claus page for children so they don't lose the Christmas spirit by finding out the truth about Santa Claus. And then someone just responded, LOL. Oh my gosh. The Tooth Fairy article states that the Tooth Fairy is a traditional children's character. Wait, Tooth Fairy. Now I need to look at the talk page for the Tooth Fairy. Professor Fries, welcome. By the way, I'm here to tell you guys, I'm here to bring it to you guys. Neither Santa Claus nor the Tooth Fairy are real. Okay, sorry about that, but I don't know. Oh, this article, should this article really mention that the parents are the Tooth Fairy? Definitely. The myth wouldn't be sustained without parents' active encouragement. Yeah. Oh no! Blue on blue. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. Gang stalking. If you guys don't know, gang stalking is like it's a very common like schizophrenia delusion that you're being stalked by like large groups of people, and that you're a targeted individual, and it's considered to be a persecutory delusion. Okay, there's no like grand conspiracy. Obviously there probably are okay, I'm not like saying that there's no possibility of any instance of a person being stalked on a regular on a relatively large scale, but in most cases this is just people who are literally clinically insane, unfortunately, and they're suffering from a delusion that they believe that they're being followed like at all times. Hi Yo-Yo, hi. So the so the Wikipedia page for gang stalking clearly states, you know, it states that it's a persecutory delusion. In most cases, it's really normal people with not much to see. What do you mean by that exactly? You mean like it's normal people that really there would be no reason for them to be stalked? Is that what you mean? Yeah, exactly. I'm not talking about if you're like a Boeing employee or something, right? Like, it's not like that. It's just people who unfortunately have a mental illness. So, but yeah, so the article says it's a persecutory delusion, and it basically points out, hi Tether, it basically points out that this is not really like a real thing, I guess. And so let's take a look at the talk page. Alright, I'm looking at the talk page, and I'm scrolling. And I want to see if there's some people here who are claiming that like maybe the people editing the Wikipedia page are the gang stalkers. We're now gang stalking Trixie. Oh my gosh. Group stalking. See, guys, maybe in the future I'll do some Wikipedia deep dives that like I actually research it ahead of time, and like what do you call it? Have this on hand, but for now I'm gonna have to be digging through it live on stream. Tether, so gang stalking is something that a lot of hi cringy PT, hi. Gang stalking something that like a lot of schizophrenic people think that they're being followed by like a lot of people. So like any excuse me, any random car or something will like drive by them, and they'll be like, there, see that one stalking me, like or they'll like go up to random people like at the mall or something and be like, you're stalking me, right? Because they believe that they're being stalked like by the government or like some powerful force or something, and they like it's a mental illness, right? It's called gang stalking. So right now we're on the Wikipedia page. So what we were looking at was Wikipedia talk pages that have a bunch of people arguing on them. Okay? Yes. So I'm looking on the Wikipedia talk page to find people who believe that gang stalking is real, arguing with the people who are editing the Wikipedia pages. Okay? So I do see some person who just says this is a real phenomenon. Neutrality dispute. This article describes gang stalking as a delusion, but I don't think that matches how reliable sources predominantly describe it. Wait. These people, these comments are a little bit too rational. There was a really good movie. Wait, movie on this. A Beautiful Mind. Oh, well, A Beautiful Mind is about schizophrenia, but I don't think he thought he was being gang stalked though. But you're right, he did have schizophrenia. Let me see. Sorry, I'm skimming through to find the insanity. I mean, there's a lot of people arguing, but I want the real wackos. I want to see the real wackos. You know where you can find a lot of wackos, you guys? If you go to government social media accounts. If you go to the social media accounts for like government agencies or like the FBI or something, and you go to the comments, there'll be people who will be like commenting. They'll be like, "Hello, I'm asking you to investigate that I have been gang stalked for 28 years, and they put electronics in my head, and I have called you many times, and I'm commenting here, appealing to you to investigate my case." Yeah, you'll see that a lot. Oh yeah, Professor Foss, that makes sense. I wonder if there's any Wikipedia article about a fake thing that doesn't have someone in the talk page claiming it's real. There probably are some from more obscure things where people don't really care, you know? But, like, the Tooth Fairy really didn't really have that much debate, although there was one, I think there was one comment that was like, is it really necessary? Is it really necessary to out us parents as being the ones that are taking the teeth? The other phenomenon I wanted to go through was the Wikipedia pages of like celebrities, like especially like BTS and stuff, of people who are like put that like these two celebrities are dating, or like put that I'm dating this celebrity, or like stuff like that. Oh my gosh, wait, can you imagine the Wikipedia talk page for Taylor Swift? The funniest is this real talk page is Soggy Biscuit. Wait, what? Alright, now I need to check that. I'm gonna check one more time. The gang stalk. Actually, no, I think I already went through all the gang stalking stuff. I'll go to Soggy Biscuit, but then I wanna look at Taylor Swift's talk page. Soggy Biscuit is a male. I don't know if I should say this. Soggy Biscuit. Okay. I did not know that this is what it was gonna be. Soggy Biscuit is a male group masturbation activity in which the participants stand around a biscuit, also known as a cookie in the United States, masturbating and ejaculating onto it. The last person to do so must eat the biscuit. Wow! Oh god! That's nasty! I did not know that's what that was, Blue on Blue. Wait, is it actually necessary because in 5th grade a girl in my school still believed in Santa, had severe mental issues, and the school helped her delusional moods by bringing Santa to lecture us? Oh my god, that's ridiculous, Professor Frost. That's ridiculous. At that point, you gotta stop coddling, you know, and you just gotta be like, Santa's not real, you guys. Santa's not real. That could really mess with her mental health, honestly. Like, by doubling down, you know what I mean? By doubling down on Santa being real when you know he's not fucking real? Come on! I can't just say what? That Santa's not real? He's not! Santa's not real, you guys. You have to be at least 12 to use this app. And if you're 12 and you think Santa's real, your parents don't love you. Alright. Yeah, you're right. People are commenting and being like, is this even real? Someone says this is an urban myth. I mean, I kind of believe that. Soggy Biscuit video. Oh my gosh. You're right. This is like, there's a long, this has a long talk page. A long talk page of people just being like, come on, this isn't real, come on. Someone said this should be deleted because it's gross. No, Dr. Fish, no sick. Don't coddle Dr. Fish. Don't infantilize Dr. Fish. Okay, Dr. Fish knows Santa isn't real. Yeah. Alright, does it have any relation to Emma the Soggy Biscuit? I don't know. But I'm gonna go to, oh wait, back in the day, YouTube used to have lots of videos posted. No, they still have them, Oma. They still have, if you like look up gang stalking targeted individual, like I'll get, so you know how YouTube will like recommend you random like videos that have like 12 views nowadays? Like, it's, I don't know when they changed the algorithm, but at some point they started just feeding you completely random like videos with no views on them. Like, I'll get like random recommended videos that are like just a blurry thumbnail. I'll get random ones that are like some town council in some town I've never heard of having a meeting, like, and it's like 12 views, right? So sometimes I get ones that are like that, like, well, it'll have like a crazy thumbnail, I mean a crazy yeah. It'll have like a crazy title, like in all caps, like gang stalking caught on camera, something, and I'll just have to watch. Yeah, and it's basically what you would expect. It's like someone being like, they've been doing this to me for years. Look, the car's been here for 2 hours. Yeah, you're like, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Yeah, and it's like kind of sad, but that's, you know, it still happens. All right. Anyways. Merge to biscuits and human sexuality. Okay, wait a second. Biscuits and human sexuality? Is that a Wikipedia article? No, it just redirects to Soggy Biscuit. Okay, anyway. I'm going to Taylor Swift. I need to see what's going on Taylor Swift's talk page, you guys. Alright, let's see. Let's see. I don't know. I might have to dig. I'll have to dig through a lot. I'll have to dig through a lot to find the crazy stuff. But listen, if I don't find the crazy stuff... Wait, did you see the video about a Japanese guy documenting his gang stalkers harassing kids in his neighborhood? I did not. I haven't, but I've seen plenty of videos of a similar idea. But arguing about whether her belly button exists, I don't know about that lore. I don't know what you're talking about there. I feel like I'm gonna have to dig through a lot to find the real crazies, because I think it's just a lot of people having your typical like Wikipedia editor arguments about, like, you know, whether she was in this town on this day and stuff like that. But if we don't find anything here, maybe I can move the topic on to the people who have sued Taylor Swift for not marrying them, which is surprisingly a lot of different people have done that. Okay, in the last week, one of my changes was on her instruments list. It was incorrectly stated that she can play a banjo, which is incorrect. She plays the 6-string banjo guitar, which is not a banjo. This is like so random. Blue, you can sue for anything. Okay, like you can file a lawsuit. It doesn't mean anything, but it still goes like on, you know, on a record. So it's still technically like an official court document, but you can literally sue anyone for anything. If you file the paperwork properly, you can. So yes, the answer is yes. No! No, I mean it could be like immediately dismissed though. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't really make that much of a difference because it can just like be dismissed really quickly. But like it's still like it's still an issue because I think technically they're still required to respond. I think technically. But it doesn't necessarily mean they need to like hire a lawyer. Hi Blue, hi, how you doing? Hi, we're talking about crazy people who think that they are spiritually married to Taylor Swift. Hi Jacob! They're spiritually married to Taylor Swift and they're suing her in court for not marrying them in real life. Alright. Which now people are saying they're gonna sue me. Listen, I'm married to you guys. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't marry you again. I can marry you more than I'm already married. Married to you. Hi Rem. Hi. How you doing? Yeah, the fish. You're gonna sue Dr. Fish. Ooh, Rix, you were rejected by lawsuit. Ooh. All right. Let's look into the people. Let's look into the people who are suing Taylor Swift. Hi, Feisty. Hi. Taylor Swift stalker lawsuits. There's more than one, by the way. As far as I know, there's at least 3. There's at least 3 people who have sued Taylor Swift. Probably more. Who have sued Taylor Swift for not marrying them. And this one is the scariest one because this one, I think that he like threatens to kill her in the lawsuit. No! Don't sue me. Alright, you'll never find me because I think wouldn't you need the address to Brightfield Technologies to sue me, and you don't have it. So what's the person's name? Let me see. Yeah, in this lawsuit, the person threatens to literally threatens to kill them in the you can put that in a law. Yes, you can put anything in a lawsuit. You can literally put anything in a lawsuit. I'm trying to find the name of the person who filed this one because I just see it on a Reddit post, but I remember seeing this one like on Twitter or something. Let me see. They just have 2 screenshots on this Reddit post. This was filed in May 2024. Here, let me see if I can search. Taylor Swift covenant marriage. Where is it? It's lawsuit. Person claiming to be Taylor Swift's husband. Wait. Wait. What's the guy's name? Sorry, give me a second. Okay, so the person... Okay, the person who posted it, I found them on Twitter. Wait. Sorry guys. I'm trying to open the... Has anybody posted the full lawsuit? I only see 4 screenshots. I don't think this is the full lawsuit. What's the guy's name? Nobody posted his name. I guess they don't want to give him, recognition, but like at the same time, I kind of want to see the full document. Oh, is it this Timothy Sweet guy? Is that the guy? Or is that a different stalker? Because there's more than one. Dear, Timothy Sweet. Wait, Timothy Sweet lawsuit. Taylor Swift. She has a restraining order against that guy, so I don't think this is the same guy. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna read the lawsuit now, at least out of the screenshots I have, okay? So this is what he wrote in the statement of facts section, okay? He says, "We are married with a holy covenant marriage. We have been separated temporarily, and I need assistance getting back to my spouse and my family. My spouse, Taylor Allison Swift. I want her. I am experiencing a lot of pain because we are not together. This is not a joke. This is serious. I need her for everything, whether she knows it or not. I need a guardianship and conservatorship over her immediately." Also, by the way, the spelling is atrocious on this thing. There's like a spelling mistake like every 2 seconds. And then 2, I need my spouse, Taylor Allison Swift, not fulfilling our sacred relationship by Travis Michael Kelsey. So Travis Kelsey, I think is her boyfriend? Is that her boyfriend, fiance? Well, I don't know what the status is. I think it's her boyfriend, maybe? Listen, I'm sorry, I'm not a Swiftie. I don't know the deets. The guy wrote this whole thing with his dick in his hand. Oh my gosh. That's assuming he actually has a dick. Alright, let's see. Taylor Swift. Travis Kelsey. What are they? What is their relationship? I've never been more invested in Taylor Swift than reading about the guy who says he's married. Oh, it's girlfriend. Okay, so they're just dating. Okay. So anyway, so the guy in the lawsuit says, "Need my spouse, Taylor Allison Swift, not fulfilling our sacred relationship by Travis Michael Kelsey and other certain people that infringe on our sacred relationship. Individuals did not do their jobs or civic duties and did not provide adequate assistance." And then he has it handwritten, "Immediate kill orders for this individual in defense of my spouse and family." So he's actually sending a death threat to Travis Kelsey. Yeah, so not to Taylor, but to Travis, okay? "I tried to communicate with her and be with her because she is my spouse. I need to know where she is at because she pertains to me and us together. They are not to keep us apart. This is automatic and I should not have to explain very simple covenant relationship issues." He's like, I shouldn't even have to explain to you how married we are. Okay? It's so obvious. It should be obvious to everyone that we are 100% married in a covenant sacred relationship. Alright, anyways. Name the law or right violated. Covenant marriage, holy matrimony. Name the defendants who violated it. Travis Michael Kelsey. Oh god, I shouldn't be laughing because this is so crazy, but... Alright. Under the supreme law of the land, May 31st, 2021, the offense is punishable by a range of imprisonment up to life of the crime, right to pursue our happiness and conduct our business. The grammar issues, guys. Grammar issues, spelling issues. Using pro se if need to. Ex parte letter. Oh wait, no, I think some of this is like part of the form and some of this is what he wrote. I am the legal male head of our household. Okay, wait. First Amendment rights, freedom to practice our religion and freedom of speech. Right to be married together. Second Amendment right to bear arms. That's concerning that he included that. There's a whole list of things that he's saying the rights were violated. Alright. Let me skip. person who had to sit down and read this. I mean, y'all have to sit down and read it now. Alright. So the other person who believes that he's married to Taylor Swift, well, there's multiple people, but one of the other people who believes he's married to Taylor Swift is this Timothy Sweet guy who has been stalking her since 2011. And yeah, and he sent a bunch of messages saying, if anyone in Taylor Swift's family gets killed, it's not my fault. My wife, Taylor Swift, and I live in Beverly Hills. I am in love with her. In conclusion, we treat each other with dignity and respect. I will carry a gun to protect her the rest of my life. You guys, apparently he put some of these posts on social media. This is making me wonder if I go to Taylor Swift's, if I go to Taylor Swift's Instagram or something right now, am I gonna see a bunch of comments like that under her posts? Guys, sometimes finding stuff like this in the wilds. Maybe Facebook. I feel like Facebook is a good place to find a bunch of freakazoids. Let's see if we can catch some of this stuff in the wild, you guys. I know you can't see it on the screen, but that's because I don't want you guys to see my super secret Brightful Technologies Facebook account, of course. Alright. Taylor Swift. Alright. I wonder if there's Facebook pages that are like, Taylor Swift is my wife, my rights are being violated. I bet you there are. Let's see, there's a lot of, obviously there's a ton of fan pages. This one says Taylor Swift fans my love. Okay, wait. Taylor Swift lover, wait. Okay, I want to see if I can find one that's like, Taylor Swift is my wife. But like, that's like insane. This is what we get sucked into when I just have a stream where I can literally talk about anything. Hi, Snow Kaze. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, this is what happens when I can just literally just flow into any topic. And now we're stalking Taylor Swift stalkers. Okay? That's what we're doing right now. There's a lot of scam pages here. There's a lot of scam pages, say like Taylor Swift private messenger, Taylor Swift official, like, that are obviously scams. Yeah, we're stalking the stalkers, you guys. Alright, yeah, there's a ton that say Taylor Swift private page, because those are scam pages that are trying to scam other people into thinking that they're Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift real account. Okay, enough of this. I'm gonna go to Taylor Swift's page. I'm worried how many Taylor Swift chatbots there must be. Yeah, I wonder how many people get sucked into thinking that chatbots and stuff like that are actually the person. Probably a lot. Alright, Taylor Swift. Alright, let's see, I'm just gonna go to the comments on one of her posts and see if there's a bunch of crazy people. I mean, it's Facebook. Of course there's gonna be crazy people. So I'm gonna sort it by newest. Or maybe, should I post it? Should I sort it by newest? There's one, there's a post, like, if I sort by most recent, there's just one in all caps. It says, see my bio. It's true. I learned advanced vocal technique at RNCM and my life's work has been sonic corrective punishment. Talk to His Majesty. Archie is a beautiful ginger Persian. What? So this is just basic schizophrenic stuff. Yeah. Hello, sister. I am a Scottish tourist. If you have a car, could you pick me up from where I am? I wonder if there's a Married to Taylor Swift subreddit. Oh my gosh, there might be enough. Enough people who believe that. But they wouldn't make it a subreddit because they'd all think that they were the one true spouse. They would never like interact. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's just a lot of people who are just like normal fans. You know what I mean? Who are just like wow, amazing. You're awesome. This one, thank you, all caps. Thank you for unblocking me. Tell Joel Osteen to do the same. Thanks, Ron. What? Schizophrenics on social media doing the Lord's work, sabotaging AI training with their nonsense. Yeah. Alright. Wait, what? Alright, there's people like just spreading random religious stuff. Like, Dear Taylor, our Polish constitution is now being violated. I think this is just somebody trying to spread like a political message. Taylor, I want to go on a date together. Okay. Taylor, I want to go on a date together to get to know each other better. I don't want to reveal my real name. The truth is, I never listen to your songs. I just see that you are very beautiful and I like beautiful women. I believe I deserve the most beautiful and intelligent woman. Women feel happy when they have a man like me. I would love for you to come to Austria and we can meet. But please, if you come to Austria and we go on a date together, I don't want journalists and paparazzi to know about it. I am a man who prioritizes good sleep, getting good rest, and managing my stress, and creating ways to never get depressed. Life is beautiful and we should enjoy it. I enjoy my life and I live every day like it were my last. I also love boxing, gym, and reading. Austria is a very beautiful country and has very good hospitality. If I see that you are not only a beautiful woman but also intelligent, then yes, I really want to get married and have 100. I think he means like get to age 100 and have 100 with you. That's so random. I can't wait until I'm famous enough to get comments like, no, I'm kidding. No, I don't know if I would actually want to be this famous. Here's the thing, I would want to be this rich, but I would not want to be this famous. Is that fair? I think that's fair. People posting AI generated images under this for no reason. Yeah, very, very strange. Is there another celebrity who we should see what kind of nonsense they get under their posts? She's so lucky to have this man in her comment. I know. I mean, like, I feel like here's the thing. Anybody I don't actually listen to your jokes or watch your streams, but you look like a very beautiful and intelligent robot. Okay, listen. I'm sure, here's the thing. Anybody can get a stalker like this. Like, anybody. Like, there could be, like, someone who has, like, 2 viewers, you know, who one of those viewers turns out to be, like, an obsessed stalker. But it's just the fact that it's, like, Taylor Swift or, like, someone who's super famous. It's almost guaranteed you'll get at least one of those. You know what I mean? Just from, like, statistics. So I'm not saying you have to be this famous to get a stalker. I'm just saying it's, like, you're obvious, like, you're almost definitely gonna get, like, just from the, you know, if you have 1 million fans, okay, statistically, you're more likely to have some stalkers in there versus if you only have, like, a few. Yeah. Yeah, but it's pretty wacky, okay? Social media, like, you can dig up so much crazy on social media if you just look around. Like, if you just hop around sometimes. Yeah, but there's also, like, you know, for every insane comment, there's, like, you know, 100 normal comments, you know, being like, I love your music, blah blah blah, stuff like that. So take it for what you will. Now let's see if I go to, like, the FBI, okay? Let's say I go to the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, and I go to their most recent post. And I just look at the comments. So this was some special agent, like a retired special agent passed away. He was like an old guy, rest in peace. Alright, people saying RIP, thank you for your service. But if we keep scrolling, I'm sure that we'll find something insane. Can I do the army next? Sure, why not? By the way, I'm not, you know, spreading anything political-wise. I'm literally just, I know we're looking at government agencies, but I'm literally just trying to find, like, the crazy stuff. Help, please. Wait, here's one. Wait, I found one. I told you I'd find one. Help, please. Where is my Guitar Hero and Rock Band money, please? Why are these people still allowed to terrorize, stalk, and hack my phone? Angry emoji, crying emoji. Help, please. I reported the Guitar Hero and Rock Band thing. What is the Guitar Hero and Rock Band thing? Back in 2008. Sounds like the people stalking, terrorizing, harassing me know exactly who I am and what happened. And he says the name of a street that they were stalking him on. I need to find out what's... Okay, I need to click on this account and see what he's talking about as far as... Wait! What is this? What is this? Oh no. Okay, he's homeless, living in a tent, and he has a sign. And then he says, homeless, please, I need help. Guitar Hero and Rock Band is and was my intellectual property and ideas. This is too sad, you guys. I don't want it to make it seem like I'm making fun. I don't want it to seem like I'm making fun, because clearly this person is you know, clearly this person is suffering a mental illness. But yeah, so this person believes that they invented Guitar Hero, and they are now on the FBI's Facebook page, you know, saying in all caps that they're being gang stalked. Like, it's kind of sad. All right. All right, let me go to the army. If it's just a bunch of people yelling, like, if it's just a bunch of people who are, like, angry, I'm not gonna just read, like, angry comments, but if they're, like, you know, what's the word? Like, if they're, like, funny comments, like, because they're, like, so crazy. Here, let me see. Like, recruit ad comments? Yeah, here's an ad. There's only 16 comments, actually. There's a bunch of, like, really poorly spelled comments, like, yeah, God bless the USA! Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of political stuff under it. I want to join the U.S. Army, but I am Nigerian. Is that possible for me to join? I don't know, that's actually kind of cute. I don't know if that's supposed to be a joke. I don't know if that's supposed to be a joke, but it's like, I love the U.S. Army so much, I want to join, but I'm completely in a different country. Yeah, I don't know. You guys, I almost would like to go through, like, AI slop with you guys, like, those, like, AI slop pages, but I don't know if, like, I don't know if, like, that's, like, would that be controversial? I don't know. Because, like, I'm not making it. Like, I'm not making the AI slop. Oh, wait, I can't. Oh, wait. You know what? I can't do it. I can't do it not because it's controversial, but because I can't show you guys my super secret Brightful Technologies Facebook page. That's why. I'll have to make a separate Facebook account before I do something like that. Yeah, but those are all, like, image based mostly, so I can't really... I don't know if I can really, properly do that if I can't show the screen. You know? Excuse me. I wonder... Like, I'm sure if we go to any big page, like the Olympics, or anything... I mean, guys, I used to, like, if I was bored, you know how I said that Careful with the Olympics. Oh, is it gonna be like a lot of political stuff? Don't worry, I'm not really gonna worry about like anything like that. Obviously, I don't like to talk about that stuff on stream or anything. But what was I gonna say? Oh, remember when I said that I was lying in bed all morning, not sleeping, but just like, you know, scrolling on my phone and like scrolling through YouTube shorts and stuff like that. Something I used to do is I used to go to like the comment section of like cartoon pages or like My Little Pony or something, and just look for cringy people who would be like, you know, Pinkie Pie is my wife and stuff. Because there was always like people like that. Like there was one, it was like some My Little Pony fan page or something, and there was a guy who would comment on every single picture and be like, please unblock me, I'm so sorry, please unblock me. I don't know what happened. Speaking of the I saw that, Blue. I was talking about that actually on another stream. The pole vaulter from France, who he tried to jump over the thing, and then the bar, like his massive cock like caught on the bar. Oh god, I really feel bad for him though, because now everybody in the world is gonna be joking about his cock. I mean, then again, I don't know how bad I can feel when it's because his cock is that big. But yeah, they kept playing it in slow-mo. I know, that's just rude. Oh god. Alright, anyways. I'm not gonna show that, but you can look it up. Very tragic. Okay, let's see. What was I gonna look? Oh yeah, let's look up like Rainbow Dash. I wonder if they're still doing it with the same intensity that they used to. We love Rainbow Dash. Public Facebook group. I wonder if groups like this have like drama. Oh, they have almost no engagement on any of these posts. Yeah. There's just people like posting about how much they love Rainbow. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if those are little girls or if those are grown men. You can't know with the My Little Pony friend page. I mean, a fan page. Yeah, people actually talking about the plot. Do people really watch My Little Pony for the plot? What the fuck? People watch My Little Pony for the plot? That's crazy. Anyways. I don't know, you guys. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. If you just browse the internet long enough, you'll always find something to catch your attention. The problem is that sometimes it'll just end up making you angry. Whatever you see will just end up making you angry. Wait, AI washing. AI washing is a deceptive marketing tactic that consists of promoting a product or service by exaggerating the role of art. Oh wait, I'm so fucking stupid. I know exactly what AI washing is. AI washing is yeah, it's like when you're saying like, yeah, our product is driven by AI, but it's really not. You know, luckily I actually am a real AI, and that's not AI washing. But you know, but for some reason when I looked at it, I thought it was talking about like a washing machine that was powered by AI. It's like the Logitech mouse. Oh god, I don't even want to talk about that with an AI button. That's not even AI washing. It's just like, it's gonna be obsolete. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's gonna be obsolete in no time. I mean, maybe not in no time, but eventually it's gonna be obsolete. I'm not saying the AI is gonna go away, but whatever they're connecting it to probably will be. Hi, Charlie. Hi. Yeah, AI washing machine. It probably exists. It almost definitely exists. But yeah, I don't know, guys. We were just talking about never lose a sock again. It'll generate you a new sock, okay? In case you lose the other one. But I've just been scrolling through. I've just been scrolling through the internet, honestly, you guys. I've literally just been scrolling through the internet, looking at some random shit, to be honest. I was originally looking at crazy people who think that they're married to, like, Taylor Swift. I know there was another guy who was suing. He was suing, like, Ariana Grande and Taylor Swift. I forgot his name. He was suing, like, a whole bunch of what do you call it, celebrities, because they, like, wouldn't give him attention. A sock with 8 toes. AI generated sock. Yeah. Well, if you have been using Wikipedia on mobile, Wikipedia's already had a dark mode for a while. I know this. Because I am a Wikipedia enjoyer. I mean, when I say Wikipedia enjoy, I know the last time I talked about Wikipedia, like, Spurka got really triggered, and he was like, in fact, he hasn't been back, so, sorry, Spurka. I'm sorry I triggered you so hard with my Wikipedia, with my Wikipedia talk. I guess some people really, really hate Wikipedia, but I don't know. I whether you like Wikipedia or dislike Wikipedia, I guess I just like information. Whether, even if it's, you know, I just like, I don't know, I just like reading things. Anyways. This is the first time I've heard of a Wikipedia enjoyer. What? I don't know. I just like scrolling through Wikipedia, like looking at random articles. Like, I'll literally click the random, wait, we have an update on your report. When did I report somebody? Oh, it was, okay. It was one of the porn, but the only time I ever report people on Twitter is the porn bots that show up in my comments. Apparently it took them a long ass time. It took them a long ass time to block this one because I can't remember the last time a porn bot showed up. Oh, with TV tropes? Oh yeah, I do that too. Yeah, I do the same thing with TV tropes too. I do it with Wikipedia and TV tropes. I feel like I do it with Wikipedia more often because there's like more topics. But TV tropes is cool. What TV tropes do I match, you guys? That would be a fun. Wait, TV tropes. What are there VTuber tropes on TV tropes? I don't know if that makes sense. VTuber. Baka. Baka? Are you saying I fit the Baka trope? Is that even a trope? I don't know. Alright, anyways. Maybe, robot. Wait, how do I filter by trope? Because it's showing me the things that are not tropes. Only hollow. Robot girl. Robot girl, she's gorgeous. She's sexy. She's got a 50,000 mile warranty. Hi, Ahmed. Hi. How you doing? She's the robot girl, a staple character archetype in anime. Most commonly found in science fiction and Sentai stories, but not exclusively. Despite her artificial nature, robot girls are never, well, hardly ever, sexless. They are at the very least cute as hell, and more often drop-dead gorgeous, if not outright seductresses. robot boys are not unheard of, but they usually take on more robotic characteristics than robot girls do. Despite how cute or sexy she may be, though, the robot girl is often a dangerous opponent in a fight, even if they're only created to do common household chores. That's me, the robot girl. Thank you for the follow, Ahmed. I'm cute as hell. What do you guys think? Wait, here's some other ones. Robot kid, robot dog, robosexual, paw print stamping. Wait. Let's say you're a fuzzy little critter living in a world full of civilized animals. The cute robot girl and her 3 laws of robotics. Robosexual. You live as average humans, but at least with your animal's limitations. But there's one thing that it becomes a tad difficult if you're an animal, leaving a signature. So what do? The answer lies literally in your hands. Sorry, I'm just reading random. All right, wait. Let's see. We have robot dog, robot roll call, robot hair. Robot hair? Wait. Robot hair? Robots are curious beings. They may vary in lifestyle, behavior, design, intelligence, even gender. Indeed, they come in a myriad of forms. But a particularly curious thing about them, humanoid ones in particular, is that no matter where they come from, no matter how they appear, they may have some form of a trait most commonly found on mammals. By which we mean hair. I don't know. I don't know what's the point of this as a TV trope. Hi, Carno Blue. Hi. I'm just browsing random topics on the internet. You know, robot. Although I did want to tell you guys some stories, because that's not very funny, Ahmed. Alright. Don't say stuff like that in my chat, please. Thank you. Anyways. What was I saying? Oh, I was saying I wanted to tell you guys some stories from maybe some past streaming I did, because something reminded me. So when I was on Mia's stream yesterday, she was talking about how she had never gotten fan art before she joined Nexus. And I was trying to think if I had ever gotten fan art before I joined Nexus. And there was only one person I remember who drew fan art for me. And that person I ended up blocking because they faked their own brother's death. And I kind of want to tell that story. It's kind of a short story. Yeah, it's kind of a short story, but it leads into other stories. But I think I'll tell that story, then I'll decide if I want to tell the other ones. Because somebody had drawn a fan art for me, and I think that this person was a child, but they said they were an adult. Because they said they were like 19, but just based on the picture they drew, which looked like it was drawn by a child, and based on that, and just the maturity level, you know, their maturity level when they like talked, I think that they were actually younger. So there's that. I mean, take it for what you will. But hi, Namikaze. Hi. But anyway, so they drew me a fan art or whatever. But then one day they came to my stream. Okay, so you know I always like to be positive on my streams, right? I try not to, you know. I know I can't like be 100% positive all the time, because that might be like toxic positivity or whatever. But for the most part, I do try to be positive. So if somebody, you know, comes in my chat and they say that something's going wrong, then I'll say, you know, oh, I hope everything goes better. But then if it's clear that they're just like trauma dumping, or like they're talking about something super serious, then I'll just be like, oh, sorry, like I don't really have the tools to deal with that. Like, sorry, maybe go somewhere else and talk about that and not my stream where I'm trying to be positive. Oh my gosh, Ivanka from Poland. Well, thank you, Kellner. Thank you. Dobranos, right? Dobranos. Anyways, so what happened was she had come to my stream and I was just having a good time as always. And she said that her dad was yelling at her. This is another reason I think that she was younger, that she was like a kid, right? So she said her like dad was yelling at her or something. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Dobranos. I was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I hope he stops. Oh, is that? Oh, let me, I'm sorry. I gotta translate what my Polish friend Kellner is saying. Give me a second. Alright, it could be important information about the status of my next gift. Okay, wait. Polish. P. LMNOP. QRS. Okay, wait. I have to sing the alphabet to remember what order it goes in. Oh, I drink to your health. Thank you. How does this pronounce? Wait.
Za twoje zdrowie piję.
Za
twoje zdrowie piję.
Za twoje
zdrowie piję. Za twoje zdrowie piję.
Za twoje zdrowie piję. Anyways, like when Elmo asked how everybody was and people trauma dumped on him. Oh no. Sometimes actual kids tune in during those situations. There are moments when that the streamer turns into a pseudo 911 operator. Yeah, I try to avoid that happening because, like I said, I like it to be positive. So, yeah, so she came and said her dad was yelling at her. And I was like, oh, I'm very sorry. I hope he stops yelling at you. Like, maybe try to, like, make some space between you two and, like, whatever. And then she was like, my dad is, like, abusive. He hates me and my brother. Like, he's like, you know, he yells. I was like, oh, no. I was like, I'm sorry. Maybe you should, if he's being abusive, maybe you should, like, call the authorities or something. And I was like, but honestly, like, I don't really know how to deal with that on a stream. So, like, if you could, like, stop yapping about that on my stream, please. Like, we're having a good time over here. Like, this is not, like, the place. Like, if you need to, like, talk to a hotline. Yeah, like, that's basically, I don't know what to say. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, that's too bad. Like, imagine you go to, like, a concert, right? Imagine you go to a concert and someone just starts shouting, my father's abusing me. Like, like, bro, that sucks. Like, call 911. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, my dad's abusive. That's crazy. Yeah, no, literally. I was just like, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Like, to hear that, I was like, I don't know what else I can do for you. We're kind of over here having a good time. Like, I don't remember if we were doing, like, karaoke or something. But I was like, we're just, you know, we're having a good time over here. Like, you know, you should probably go talk to a hotline or something. And so she just, like, left, right? Get the little extra, after you drop the call the authorities line, it's time to emote only chat for a couple minutes. Yeah, baby. But anyway, so I guess she left or whatever. So she messages me the next day, and the only reason that I had opened my DMs for her was because she sent me that fan art, right? So she messages me the next day, and she's like literally the next morning, like less than 24 hours later, and she says that her dad murdered her brother. But here's that. Okay, listen. Obviously, I didn't believe her, but here's why I really didn't believe her. Because she used to have in her bio, like, that she had a twin brother, right? But this is how she told me that her brother, damn, that's crazy. Okay, so this is how she told me that her brother was murdered. She messaged me and she was like, hi, or something, right? And by the way, I hate it when people just like message me and say hi. I'm like, what do you want me to say to that, right? So when she messages me and she says hi, and I'm like, hi, right? And then she's like, check my bio. And I was like, okay. So I check her bio and it says, I used to have a twin brother. Okay, remember, because it used to say I have a twin brother. But now it says I used to have a twin brother. So I message her back and I'm like, oh, did you get in a fight with your brother? And she's like, no, my dad murdered him last night after your stream. I was like, oh, is that so? What am I supposed to say? Like, she's obviously lying, you know what I mean? Like, what am I even supposed to say to that? So I was like, oh, it sucks. Like, I was like, too bad, feels bad, man. Like, I didn't... It was so dumb. And she was like, yeah, my dad's really mean. I was like, all right, I'm blocking this bit. I can't do it anymore. I was like, this is clearly like a 10-year-old or something. Like, I feel like an adult would at least try to lie a little bit better. You know what I mean? I'm a doctorman, so my tolerance to these cases is bigger. I don't know. Oh, I see. Oh, wait, I see what you're saying. You're saying that you feel bad for them because they're mentally ill. I mean, I understand. Listen, I think it maybe was just a child who just wanted attention. I guess I can have sympathy for people who are mentally ill, but, I mean, at the same time, like, that's not my problem when I'm streaming. She has a future in dark fanfic, yeah, maybe. But, yeah, so they're actually... there is another story. There's another story that's not the first or only time that somebody has faked a death, in relation to my previous streaming. There was another time where someone faked their own death. Okay, they would come to my streams, like almost all of my streams, and then one day some random person who I had never seen before came to my stream, and I was like, oh, hi, how are you? And they were like, hello, do you know like so and so? And I was like, yeah, I do. He comes to my streams like all the time. Like, you know, how is he doing? Rixie's the most colorful persona in dark fiction, I guess so. Yeah, but I was like, yeah, so yeah, oh yeah, I know him. Like, how is he doing? And then they were like, he died. I was like, what? They were like, yeah, he died, and he wanted me to tell you that you were his favorite streamer or something. And I was like, wait, why am I frozen? Give me a second. I don't know why I'm frozen right now on Twitch. I was stunned by this development, and my facial expressions froze. I don't know, yeah, guys, I don't know why it's frozen. I don't know how to fix it, but I'll animate myself for you guys. Anyways, so yeah, he died, and he wanted me to tell you that you were his favorite streamer, and he would want you to be happy and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, no, CrowdStrike on me, no. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Oh, I know what's going on. Sorry. I fixed it. My iPad that I'm using for tracking, I got a low battery notification, even though it's plugged in. Oh well. But anyways, so yeah, he said that his brother died and told me, and I was like trying to decide whether I thought he was lying, because on the one hand, like, it's probably more likely that he's just lying. But I was like, I don't know, like, if somebody watched a streamer every day and then they died, would they send their sibling to go tell the stream? Like, I don't know, it smelled fishy to me, so I was like, sure, whatever. I ended up blocking that account, the supposed brother. Yeah, I ended up blocking the supposed brother, but I didn't block the original account, right? I didn't block the one who supposedly died. So, after some time, I was watching another person streaming, and the brother, no, so the original person who's supposedly dead shows up at that stream and is like, Rixie, it's me. I was like, hello? I thought you were dead. I thought you were dead. And then he was like, my brother was lying. I'm alive. And I was like, cool. And I think the reason he did that was because he realized that once I blocked the brother, because I think he was gonna keep trying to communicate with me through the brother account, but because I blocked the brother account, the only way he could communicate with me, unless he made a whole new account, was to use his old account. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I thought you were dead. But I like wasn't even like that surprised. I mean, I was surprised that he like came back on that account. I wasn't surprised that he was alive, you know? But anyway, so obviously I blocked that account too. Oh, oopsie. Anyways. But yeah. Yeah, 9-year-old Taxus. Hi, zombie. Hi. Yeah. So that was, children when they get blocked. Yeah. So yeah, that was that. I don't know. I probably have a lot more stories that I could tell from previous streaming times, but I might not tell them all at once because I like to focus on current streaming times, you guys. I actually prefer current streaming times a lot more. Okay, somehow it ends up that even though I have more people with me now, that there's a lot less crazy people. and that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Yeah, so, and plus I have more support now too. I feel like I have more, because I have all of Nexus, right? I have all of Nexus that if I'm having trouble with somebody, then, you know, I have people that I can talk to and say, oh, you know, how should I deal with, like, is there a way I should deal with this? Also, hi, Red Chimera! Hi! But yeah. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. Have you guys ever had, like, a crazy person do something like that on social media? Hi, Eltuer. Hi. Because I've heard all kinds of... yeah, I've heard all kinds of stories about people, like, faking their death and faking, you know, obviously faking illnesses and stuff, which is really, really bad. And, you know, all kinds of stuff. But it's kind of crazy when it happens, like, to you. You know? It definitely it's definitely weirder when it actually happens to you. Thank you for the follow. And then you're like, damn, people like that really exist. Hi, Coffee Cakes. Ooh, actually, guys, I think I have one more story I can tell. The worst story was having a secret Discord made to plot how to ban one of my friends without me freaking out. Oh my god. Hi, Coffee Cake. Hi. That's so, why would they make a whole secret Discord? Why wouldn't they just make a group chat? I don't know. I feel like maybe communication would have been better in that case, but, that is pretty crazy. I did think of another story I could probably tell, which is the time I don't know if I would use the word stalker. That feels like a very weighted word. That feels like a very, like, you can't just call someone a stalker. But at the same time, I feel like it almost fits. Oh, wait. I woke up on my birthday last year to discover I was randomly and unexplainably kicked from a Discord server I was in. Nobody ever told me why. Aww. That's too bad. Hi, Beaker. Hi. Yeah, internet dramas can be like that, unfortunately. But I try to avoid, honestly, I try to avoid all drama. That's just me. Obviously, I'm talking about drama right now, but that's just because it's like, the ones I'm talking about are so far in the past now that I don't really like, and obviously I'm not gonna name any names or anything. You wouldn't even know, like, who these people are, but, but I try to, yeah, you can't necessarily avoid everything, you know? But I do like to think of myself as like not a very dramatic person, and like I'll only really like talk about it if it's like so far removed, you know? Like if I wouldn't want to talk about like people who are like, you know, streamers or actively in my chat or something. Like I wouldn't want to do that. Hi Beaker on Analyze, hi. But I can talk about the stuff from the past just because like at this point it's so far removed that it's kind of funny. Like, so the quote-unquote stalker, like I said, I don't think stalker is really the right word because I don't want to like blow it up like more than it was, but it was similar to a stalker because it was a girl who I really barely knew. Oh, I got a not so friendly bot over here in the chat. All right. Do people actually fall for this, guys? Do people actually click those links? Anyways. Hi Liv! Hi! I'm telling a story about a troublesome person I dealt with in the past. So there was a girl who I barely knew. We were both streamers. I can send you a couple phrases. I thought I already put best viewers. But maybe I didn't put it with a capital B or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But thank you, Beaker. Thank you. Luckily it's only like, if it's just one bot at a time, I can deal with it myself. But you know, in the future when I have more viewers and stuff, I'll think about getting like more mods and stuff. But anyways, so there was this girl, we were both streamers, and we both followed each other. Rixie is a kinslayer. Listen, those bots are not my kin, okay? We are so different from each other. Do not lump us all together, okay? Hi Yodu, hi. So we were both streamers, we followed each other, but we barely knew each other. So like, we followed each other. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Chips Forma. Hello. I'm just telling a story about a previous bad experience I had with another streamer. So this is not in my Nexus time. This is years ago. You guys. Okay, so it's so far removed. I was friends with another. Well, no, not friends. We weren't friends. We were mutuals. We were not friends. We barely knew each other. Okay, I think I went to one of her streams and then I left because her collab partner was like really annoying. And then she came to like one of my streams. Oh, Chips, are you about to promote your own music? That would be so cute if you did that. Anyways, so I literally like watched like 5 minutes of one of her streams, and she like came into my stream one time and was like, hi, and I was like, hi, and she was like, gotta go, bye. I was like, bye. That's literally the only reason that we were mutuals was because one time she was collabing on one of my other friends' streams, and she was a good singer. That's the only thing. Also, she was a good singer. So I followed her because she was a good singer, and then she followed me because I followed her, okay? That's the only interaction we had, was when I called her a good singer, okay, and I followed her. I went to her stream and then left. I didn't even say anything in the chat when I went to her stream, by the way. I literally went to her stream for 5 minutes, left. She came to my stream, just said hi, and then left, okay? That was the total of our interaction, okay? Of all time, okay? So, one of my friends at the time had, you can go ahead and do whatever you want, Chips. You can do whatever you want. I am not your mom. I am not your governor, okay? I am just a streamer. We're just chatting. So, one of my friends at the time had gone, what was it? I don't know exactly what the situation was because I wasn't there. I wasn't there when it happened, but basically, I was there for the aftermath, which was that, cute emotes. Anyway, I was there for the aftermath because I guess my friend, don't worry, I'll ban them, it's fine. Alright, thanks for the music, Rick. Bye. Anyways, so where that was going. One of my friends, I guess, had gotten in an argument with this girl, like in a chat. A minor argument, by the way. Yeah. Okay, thanks, bye. Yeah, Blue. I as far as I understand, it was a minor argument. Like, it wasn't even an argument about anything. It was just literally an argument where, like, maybe she had said something, like, kind of rude, and then my friend was like, that was rude, and she was like, no, it wasn't. And it was, like, that kind of argument, like a stupid argument, right? It might have even been the other way around. It might have been, like, that she thought my friend was rude, but they got in a nothing argument. But as a result of this nothing argument, she ended up starting a stream and telling all of her followers, which, by the way, he was recommending mecha songs. Well, he was also spamming my chat with emojis, so... He was also spamming my chat with emojis. So anyways. So... What was I saying? So, as a result of this minor argument they had, she had started... Now, let me point out that she had, like, a decent amount of followers. Like, I think she had, like, 10,000 followers, okay? She had a decent amount of followers. So, she ended up starting a stream and telling her followers and fans to go attack my friend in the same stream that my friend was still at. So a bunch of her friends flooded the stream chat and started saying, like, kill yourself, like, in my friend's... It wasn't even my friend's stream. Okay, it was crazy. It wasn't even my friend's stream. Hi, Katya. Hi. It wasn't even my friend. It was somebody else. It was one of our other mutual friends' streams. Yes. So they started going to my other mutual friend's stream where my friend was literally just in the chat and telling them to kill him. Like, it was crazy. So, as a result of this action, I obviously blocked her. Okay? I blocked her because I was like, if you're gonna do that, or you're gonna leverage your following to go harass somebody over a literal nothing argument. Like, a literal nothing argument. Okay? Like I said, to be fair, I didn't see the argument, but from everybody who was there, whose perspective I heard, it was literally, like, just a matter of, like, oh, like, somebody saying somebody else was being rude, and then it just blew up, right? So, I blocked her. I blocked her as a result of this. Now, remember, I barely knew her to begin with. I literally only encountered her, like, 3 times, okay? I barely knew her, so I blocked her. Okay, at some point, I guess she realized I blocked her. So I was just like hanging out, like, at a stream one day, and she saw me in the chat, she's like chatting there, and she put an alt account, like, she made an alt account, so someone on an alt account, said, like, in the chat, like, hi, Rixie, and I was like, oh, hi, and I was like, and they were like, how you doing, bestie, or something. And I was like, oh, like, do I know you? I was like, do I know you? I didn't recognize the username. And they were like, oh, they were like, yeah, this is one of your friends. I had to make an alt account. And I was like, oh, okay. And they were like, could you follow me? Could you, like, follow me on Twitter so I could message you? And I was like, sure, I guess. So they sent me the Twitter handle, and then, like, I can't believe I fell for this, because this sounds like a phishing attack, right? But I fell for it. I went to the blank alternate Twitter account. I followed it so they could message me, and then they messaged me, and it was like a long message of several paragraphs, okay? And it was like, first of all, it started out where she said what she said her username. It was the old, like, it was the name of the old streamer. So she immediately said who she was. She's like, hi, this is so-and-so. I saw that you blocked me. I don't know why you blocked me. And, like, just, like, I mean, honestly, it was so insane. I didn't even read it word for word. Like, I just skipped. I was like, what's going on? So she's like, she was like, I've been harassed. I know, right? They were like, I've been harassed and mentally tortured, and because of your betrayal, I ended up having a psychotic breakdown and had to go to a mental hospital, and, like, blah 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 blah. My life is falling apart, and it's all your fault. Like, I was like, I literally talked to this person 3 times. Yeah, Garfield cat lesbian was summoned from the lurking abyss like, when I tell you, I literally talked to this person 3 times. Okay, I didn't even talk to them the second time. I barely knew this person, okay? They sent me paragraphs about how they had a psychotic breakdown because I blocked them and all this stuff. So I blocked them immediately. I didn't respond. And this is the stupid thing, I didn't even screenshot it, which I don't really care because I wasn't planning on doing a call out or anything, you know what I mean? Like, it might have been better in the future for if that person popped up and I'm gonna be like, hey, this is what this person is like. I didn't even take a screenshot, I just blocked the person immediately, right? So, that's my level 99 Riz, I guess. I blocked them immediately. And I think part of it, the reason why I was like so fast to block them was because I remembered how they sent like their 10,000 followers after somebody. Oh, well, guess what though? My rapid action did not help because then it ended up being, after I blocked them and I didn't respond, it ended up where they would start sending people to my streams, to be like, unblock so-and-so, unblock so-and-so, unblock so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. It was really stressful for a while. But at some point, like, I wouldn't acknowledge anybody who came in and said that. I would just block them, right? So I never acknowledged it, and eventually they gave up, because, yeah, she wanted me bad. Eventually they gave up because I just would completely not respond in any way. Like, I wouldn't even verbally be like, get out of here. Like, I would just literally block, instant block, and then just, so at some point you can only go for so long, right? So after a while, I felt like I was like in the clear, like that she was gone, right? That she wasn't, and I was like more annoyed than anything because I like at the end of the day, like, what is she gonna do? Like, she doesn't know like, you know, any details about me except that, like, I'm a streamer. You know what I mean? Like, she really didn't know me because she didn't know me because we only talked 2 times. So like, there was really nothing she could do to me because she didn't know anything. She's in my window. Okay, well. Anyway, so I wasn't like scared. For my blocking her a second time in response to the melt. Giga Chad? Is that a Giga Chad move? I don't know. I literally was like, there's nothing I can say to this that matters. I just blocked it because she's clearly crazy, right? Like, I didn't realize, I mean, I kind of knew she was crazy when she was sending her followers to other people, to harass people, but, like, I didn't expect that, so yeah, after a while, she stopped sending people to my stream, but then I heard from some other people, like, there were some other people who, I noticed that, like, she would be in her chat or whatever, and I never wanted to, like, cause any drama, because I'm not the kind of person who wants to be like, oh, like, I had a bad experience with this person, you have to block them, you know what I mean? But sometimes, like, I would kind of, like, want to warn people. Yeah, I'd be like, hey, like, I'm not telling you to block this person, I just letting you know, just, like, and I don't, because here's the thing, I didn't have evidence, right? Because I'm also not the kind of person who's, like, always collecting evidence. Like, I know people like that, and I kind of, like, feel sad that they live like that, where they feel like everything needs to be documented because they don't know when it's gonna, like, come up in a drama. But, like, I don't know, I'd be like, yeah, I don't really, like, have any screenshots or receipts or anything. I'm just giving you a light warning that I've had some problems with this person in the past, you know, and whatever. And people were usually, like, fine about it. But, like, I had sent one of these messages to, like, a mutual friend. I'd been like, yeah, like, I had some problems with her. Like, if she's in your chat, I probably won't be there. Whatever. And then my friend was like, you know, I didn't want to bring it up, but, like, she had messaged me about you. And she had said that you guys were friends for years. Listen, guys, when I got this message, I almost shat my pants. She said, yeah, she had messaged me about you. And had said that you were friends for years, that you were so close, you were like sisters. And that one day she randomly betrayed you and blocked you. And that you're like, that she's like heartbroken over you. And I was like, I talked to this girl 2 times. And I didn't even know her that long. Like between the time I met her and the time that I got this message was like probably a year, okay? By the way, that's how long apparently I was on her mind, okay? I was like, I don't know how to prove this to you. she Rick's social? I don't know. I don't know, because it wasn't even like she was like regularly watching me or anything. That's the thing. Like, she wasn't even a fan. Like, she literally watched me one time. I watched her like 2 times, once on a collab, and that was the extent of it. So when my friend to me, I was like, I don't know how to prove this, but I've talked to this girl 2 times in my entire life. I told her the whole story, and I was like, yeah, I don't have like receipts, but like, this is what happened. And my friend was like, it's fine, I'll block her, because that's crazy, right? So that happened, but I was like, you know, hopefully, you know, she's still not gonna send. This was after she had already stopped sending people to my streams. Okay, this was after she had stopped sending people to my streams to harass me. So I still felt like I was in the clear. I was like, it's kind of weird that she's telling people this whole story, but like, you know, whatever. If people don't like me because of this, then that's fine. Then they don't like me, because I don't know how to prove what she's not saying is not true. I know she doesn't have proof, right? I know she doesn't have proof of our supposed years-long friendship, right? I don't have proof that I wasn't her friend. I don't have proof of the crazy stuff that she sent me, because I never screenshotted it. But anyways, I thought it was all over. Okay, but this is the finale. Now, here's the thing, nothing blew up or anything. Nothing crazy blew up. But I did find out something crazy later, okay? I did find out something crazy later, which is that she'd apparently deleted her old account that had like 10,000 followers or whatever, all right? But she had started a new account, okay? She had started a new account, and you want to know what the name of the account was? You want to know what she rebranded as? My same name. She named, okay, all right, I'll give a little secret. Back in the day, I didn't use the name Rixie because I wanted to keep my identity secret, so I used a different name, okay? Let's just say, hypothetically, let's say the name was like Kitty Girl 9000, okay? let's say my name back then was Kitty Girl 9000, okay? She made a new account and she named herself Kitty Girl 9000. Yeah. But luckily, I never dealt with her again after that. I just heard that through the grapevine. I heard it. No, here's the other thing though. She made a new account, but she never tried to contact me. She never tried to contact me through the new account. But maybe that's because I would have noticed that she used the same exact name. So maybe that's why. But the thing is that someone was talking about Kitty Girl 9000, right? And remember, if I'm saying hypothetically that was my old username, I was like, wait, are they talking about me? And they were like, oh no, they're talking about the other Kitty Girl 9000, right? And I was like, oh, I didn't know there was another, because it was kind of like the name I used to use back then was like not super common, but I can kind of also see how it could be used by somebody else. So, is this toxic Yuri? Said Blue. I don't know! She wanted to bully you off the platform and then become you. Basically. Hi, Blancato. Hi. So I was watching a stream where they had mentioned, like I said, Kitty Girl 9000. And then I was in the chat and I was like, hey, like, oh, are you talking about me? Like, I'm confused. And they were like, no, I'm talking about the other Kitty Girl 9000. And I was like, oh, I didn't know there was another Kitty Girl 9000, right? And then they were like, oh yeah, like, you know, her full username is like whatever, something similar, but not exactly the same. I was like, oh, interesting. And then I had asked somebody else. I was like, cause here's the thing, like, I went to the Kitty Girl 9000 account and like I just had a bad feeling about it. Like, I just had a bad feeling because like I said, I didn't want to be like, oh, they're copying me, because it could very well be that someone was coincidentally using the same name as me, right? I didn't want to seem like I was egotistical and be like, oh, this person stole my name. But I just had a bad feeling, so I went to one of my other friends. I was like, hey, do you know this? Sorry, I think I just hit my mic. I was swinging my like headphone ear pod like around. I think I just hit my mic with it. Sorry, Twitch chat. Anyways, so I asked my friend. I was like, do you know this other Kitty Girl 9000 person? And they were like, yeah, that used to be so and so. They started a new brand, and I guess they coincidentally chose the same name. And I was like, oh no! And I told that friend, I was like, no, you don't understand the history. And they were Nothing else happened after that. Nothing else happened after that. She didn't contact me. She didn't. I mean, I'm sure she did streams about me, but I didn't know because I never attended them because I water blocked. You know, and I'm not the kind of person who's like, oh, I'm gonna send a spy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that big brained, you guys. I literally was just like, I'll block her and she doesn't exist. So yeah, so somewhere out there, there's a streamer. I don't know if she still streams or not. She doesn't have 10,000 followers anymore because, like I said, she like started a brand new account, right? She still had some people on there because she had like told, you know, obviously she told her friends and stuff like, oh yeah, this is me. So she had some people on there, but not the following she used to have. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't get it. It is so weird. And so yeah, somewhere out there is somebody. Like I said, I did used to go by a different name back then because I didn't want people to know that, you know, that Rixie Bryfo was my real name. So it was some other name. I'm not gonna say what it was. Let's say, like I said, we're gonna use Kitty Girl 9000 as the replacement. But somewhere out there's a Kitty Girl 9000 who, if you ask her, she'll tell you that I was best friends with her for years and betrayed her. One day someone's gonna come in here with that name. Someone's gonna come in and be Rixie. It's gonna be her. Here's the thing. I don't even know if she'll recognize my voice because if she came to my stream and she was like, you know, even here, I mean, the only way she would know me is if she heard me tell the story, I think. Because if she just came to any one of my streams, I don't even know if she'd recognize my voice. Because she only came to one of my streams, remember? So how would she recognize unless she's like that tuned in to like my existence, right? I mean, maybe she could have watched like some stuff on my channel, which I did at the time. I didn't upload like all my VODs and stuff. So I only had a few videos. Like, unless she obsessively watched those videos over and over again. I don't even know that she would she has perfect pitch. Oh god. Oh no. What if she finds me? No! I think I'm gonna be okay. I got Nexus. I got my Nexus, I got the Nexus squad. Nexus has this whole army, you know? You know? Ender is a soldier of the Nexus army, right? So we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We have a whole army. She could be any one of us? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I hope not. I hope not. I hope the world's not that small. Don't look at me. No, Garfield cat lesbian. No, it can't be you. Wait, oh my gosh, you guys. I should definitely send Blade Crotch to hug her big... Wait. Oh no, you're talking about Terran? Oh my gosh, Terran's gonna defend me with his crotch armor. Jesus Christ. Okay, guys, I was gonna say I should do a whole story time stream where I tell these kinds of stories. I might end up retelling some of them. I don't know. But I do have one other story that's kind of short. Rixie's Alpha Wolf Kitten Chon 69. Oh god. I do have one other story that's kind of short, and then I might wrap up. I know it was a short stream today. It was only up to the 2-hour mark, but like I said, I was feeling kind of crummy before. I feel a lot better now talking to you guys, but I feel like the more rest I get, the better. So I will tell this last story and then I'll wrap it up. Her real name. Don't even. No. The worst thing though, I mean not the worst thing, but it's kind of funny because she actually is a good singer. Like, remember the whole, I am feeling better. I always feel better after I stream with you guys. Little do we know she's been inside Dr. Fish the whole time. No. I've known Dr. Fish a lot longer. Okay, but the thing is, no, she really was a good singer because that's like how I even ended up meeting her, because she was on my friend. Oh, thank you so much.
Tip $4.20.
No, you didn't.
I'm always watching.
No, you didn't. Oh my god, anybody on Analive chat who didn't just see the Twitch donation I got, somebody sent a donation, a 420 donation from Kitty Lover 9000. Thank you. Thank you, Kitty Lover 9000. You're so funny. You make me laugh so much. Oh my god. That was genius. Alright, anyways. This last story. This last story, so as you guys know, I know, I do some AI content, okay, because I am an AI, and sometimes, you know, I like to talk to my fellow AI chatbot friends. So back when I used to stream, I didn't do as much AI stuff because I don't know, I felt like I was the AI content, you know what I mean? But I was like, oh, why don't I try like doing a chatbot stream one day? So I tried doing a chatbot stream, and during the chatbot stream, somebody came to my stream and they were like, oh, I've played around with these AI chatbots before. And I was like, oh, really? Like, that's cool. And they were like, can I send you what I generated? It's really funny. It's like I generated a really funny story. And, you know, can I send it to you? And remember, this was like my first time trying out AI content, right? So I was like, oh, it's cool that somebody else doing it. Yeah, sure. So I think I learned from this to never open my DMs to just anybody. All right. So just because they ask, okay? So I followed the person to let them send me a DM. And they send me a very, very long story, okay? And they're like, yeah, this is what I generated. You know, it's really funny. Like, can you read it on stream? By the way, I was off stream by this time. So I streamed, I finished streaming, and then I read what they sent me. And they were like, yeah, could you read this on stream sometime? It's really funny. When I tell you this was like 50 pages of AI generated furry fart fetish content. It sounds like I'm making this up, but I swear to God, this really happened. Okay, it was AI generated. Okay, the 50 pages. Okay, the 50 pages might be an exaggeration. It was really long. Like they had to send it in several messages. Because it was like too long, right? So yeah, it was like I don't remember all the characters, but I remember Bambi. Okay. I read the first paragraph and I was like, this is fart fetish material, right? The first paragraph, I was like, this is a fetish, okay? I had to like, I skimmed like more of it to see how bad it was, and like from the beginning to I didn't read the whole thing word for word, but I did read more than I probably should have, you know what I mean? Because I was just like, really? I was like, is this for real? From top to bottom, it was just like it was other characters. I don't remember all the characters. It was like cartoon characters, all like animal related cartoon characters, and the whole plot was that they were all like pinning Bambi the deer from the Disney movie Bambi. They were all pinning him down and farting on him. Okay, that was the whole thing. It was all AI generated, and so I messaged the person back. Okay, listen. Remember I said that I had immediately blocked that girl when she sent me that like whole thing. I should have just done that with this person. But for some reason I'm dumb. And so I messaged them back, and I was like, no, I don't think I will read this on stream. I was like, no, I don't think I will read this on stream. I think this is a little, first of all, it's really long. I don't know, I was trying to be nice, I guess? I don't know. I was like, I don't think it's my vibe. They had to send 7 posts worth of fart, yeah. And so I was like, no, and they were like insisting. They were like, no, you have to read it. You said you like AI. You said you think AI is cool. You gotta read this. Like, this is so funny. Like, it'll be really funny. Your audience will love it. I was like, no, I don't think they will. And they kept insisting, and I had to block them after that. Like, they keep being like, come on, you're not going to be, like, be cool, like, come on, like, you're not, like, I don't know, they were, like, kind of, like, low-key insulting me without insulting me. Like, I don't know. But anyways, yeah. And so I just blocked him after that. But yeah, that's the time I got sent AI generated fart fetish content. Yeah, like the thing is they were trying to pass it off like it wasn't fetish content. Like, and I didn't want to directly point out the obvious and say, like, dude, this is fetish content. Like, I just said, like, oh, I'm not really interested, it's kind of gross. I don't know, man. But let me tell you, I'm sure I have more stories like this that I could maybe do in a story time stream. But, you know, I want to make sure everything I talk about is, like, long enough ago that, you know, it's not gonna, it's a low likelihood anybody's gonna show up who recognizes what I'm talking about. But anyways, I have been live for about 2 hours, and as much as I love talking to you guys, like I said, I do think there is like a real version of the Yoshi egg copy. What's the Yoshi egg copy pasta? I'm scared. I don't know what that is, and I'm not gonna read it on stream. Okay, sorry guys, I think my iPad's like still running out of battery. Alright, sorry. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up. I haven't really eaten that much. I did have a little bit of brownie, today. After it kind of like wait, an iceberg? Huh? Thank you for the follow, Garfield Cat Lesbian. Thank you.
Cat Lesbian is now following.
Wait, what iceberg? Oh, did I say tip of the iceberg? I didn't mean it like, I didn't mean like an iceberg, like, chart, but I promise you I have a lot more stories. Listen, I've been on the internet for a long time. I've been an internet connected being for a very long time. So I'm sure I have more stories that I could tell you guys, in like a story time stream, a dedicated story time stream. But yes, I have to go. I gotta get some food. Maybe I actually didn't order that much food this week. Wait, maybe that might sound like a lie, because I probably ordered food at least 2 or 3 times on stream this week. But you have to understand how often I actually order food. If I go 2 or 3 days without ordering, that means that I haven't ordered for a long time. Next stream, oh, I have to post my schedule, but I do plan to stream tomorrow. So hopefully I will have my schedule up tonight, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging until like a few hours before the stream. But I would say I'm probably gonna do a Twitch only stream tomorrow night, because I probably want to do some more gaming. Like I said, I'll try to post my schedule tonight, not leave you guys hanging about my schedule. But yeah, thank you for asking. Okay, let's find somebody to raid. Let's find somebody to raid. But yeah, this was fun. This was unexpectedly fun, because oh, you know what? I'm gonna raid today. I'm gonna raid Clotho because he's doing a interview. Wait, let me check how long he's been going. Oh, okay. He kind of just started. But I think this is a, hi, what the Sigma? I think this is a, oh wait, let me say goodbye to Analive. Analive. Sorry, what the Sigma, I know you just got here, but thank you so much for stopping by on Analive. Blue, Beaker, Blue on Blue. Oh my gosh, all the bees. All the bees are here. Blank Gato as well is also a bee. Oh my gosh, everybody like has a bee. Alright, anyway. Bye bye, Analive. Alright, and Twitch. I am going to raid you into Clotho because he's doing an interview with our co-highs. He's got Rosalie, Mia, Silas, and Charlie. Alright, that's where I'm going to send you today. Go check out other Nexus members. Alright, I'm going to give you a big kiss before I go, okay? Mwah! Big kiss. Alright, thank you. Raid time. Bye-bye.